What's going on, guys? YGL 2010 here. Today I'm bringing you guys a deck profile of a special deck. It's a GX era deck. Me and my friends, we decided that we wanted to play something a little different from the meta all the time. And one of my friends proposed the idea of why not make a GX character deck. And what that basically is, we pick a character from GX, and if the character had more than one deck, like Jaden, we pick that person's deck and play only cards that they played. Um, I picked Aster Phoenix, so this is my Aster Phoenix D Hero deck. There was a lot of routes I could have taken with this. I could have put the E Hero fusions that he used, but I decided not to because it kind of clogged with the whole premise of the deck. But here's the deck profile, and every card in here Aster's played. And another thing about the GX era deck, since we can't use, cards that character didn't use, we were like, why don't we make it interesting? Every band card that they played, why don't we play those as well? So every GX era deck that me and my friends have, I'm gonna try to get some videos up for them. We have the band cards in there, and we got rid of all the limitations. So if something's limited to one, we let the person run it at two or three, however they want to do it. But all band cards, of course, are at one. First up, we got three Diamond Dude. He is the actual, I wouldn't say the power of the deck, but he's what gives it, the speed. Because all Aster, he has plenty of draw cards. D draw, Pot of Greed, and Graceful Charity and whatnot. And dumping with Diamond Dude, it just gives me that extra draw basically because I just got rid of a draw card, and I'm just gonna go off, hopefully go off next turn with the right setup. Next up, we got three D Hero Plasma. Uh, this is devastating in GX Saga because you don't have, not everybody has mass monster removal or field control, and so when I bring him out, they're stuck. They can't really get over him. Like they have to, if they have a field removal card that's not a monster effect, then they have a chance. But generally, when I bring him out, I get rid of all their effects and I take their strongest monster, and from there it's an uphill battle. Next up, we got two Dogma. And Dogma, he is another heavy hitter. He's 3,400. That's already pretty high right off the bat. And then on top of that, there's no Veilers, no bottomless trap holes, no trap holes, nothing like that being played. So I bring him out, and I attack something, and next standby, their life points are in half. And once again, that is a hard thing to come back from, having a beater in your face and your life points being cut in half. We got three Destiny Hero Defenders for those moments when I need extra protection, because my highest monster that's no sacrifice or added cards is 1,400. So a lot of decks, have monsters right off the bat that's higher than that, like Zane, um, Ojamas with the country face up, and all these other decks have base stats that are higher than mine. So when I need that extra added defense, I'll bring this guy out. Uh, got the original Honest and Kalut Blade Master. I want to try and add another two in because he's just so good. Because, but even though it's only during my opponent's turn, I can discard him and all my D heroes gain that 800. So, you know, that'll be an added 2,400, and I can almost guarantee that they won't be expecting that because not many decks, run hand traps. I think Jaden was the only other deck that ran a hand trap, and that was Honest. We got one Dreadmaster. I played the Clock Tower Prison, and generally when I bring him out, um, I have a Dasher Engrave, so that's a big boost. And then my monsters can't be destroyed that turn either, so that is good too. We have two Doom Lords. These are my monster removals. generally what I do is I bring him out and protect him with like D shield or D counter or something like that, and just keep them at one monster, so that way I can just remove next turn attack, remove next turn attack, and just keep going like that. And it seems pretty solid. It's just multi swarming is what gets over the Doom Lord loop, as I call it. We got one Fearmonger. He's my revival since I don't have Monster Reborn or anything like that. One Dread Servant. Like I said, I run the Clock Tower Prison, and I chose him over Eternal Dread because even though he only gives me one counter on Clock Tower Prison, I can use him as a monster if need be to protect my life points or whatever. I have one Dasher. He's 2100, and I contribute a monster. He'll be 31. He switches to defense, and if I draw a D hero that can be special summoned during my draw phase, I can special it right then and there. So right off the bat, he's very versatile. And as I was saying earlier about the ban lists being just ban cards going to one, everything else is unlimited. I'm running 3 malicious, and it just helps out so much with the Plasma and Dogma plays. I can bring out one of those, and then after I use like Plasma's effect to get rid of a monster, I can bring out Destiny End and get rid of 2 total monsters. So, and sometimes I draw them, but I have so much drawing and discarding stuff and getting rid of cards out of hand that it's not really that bad at 3. I actually would prefer it at 3. Up next is the spells. I got 2 Clock Tower Prisons. This card is devastating. Once I get that 4th count, it's just like I can just sit on it and just bide my time, because even when they do get rid of it, it's gonna be Dreadmaster coming out, and I'm still saved for another turn. And just no battle damage in GX. There's not many. I don't think there are any effect damage decks, so it's very, very devastating to not be able to do any damage to your opponent. We got 2 polymerizations. Like I said, about Destiny and Dragoon and Dogma and Plasma. It helps getting rid of cards on the field. Cyclone Blade. This is my back row, one of my back row hate cards. I only run one because, like I said, my monsters aren't that strong, so I have to think about when I want to play it. I could run an MST over it, but I feel like this helps me because MST is expected at times, as opposed to this. I'm playing it right then and there, and it's most of the time just sits in my hand, so it catches people off guard when I just throw it down on the monster. And Aster Phoenix is one of the few people in the GX Saga that actually played Mystical Space Typhoon, so I run that at 2. I don't feel the need to run 3 because most of my monsters, like, I'm not very fearful of back row, but that's for the moments where I would have to get rid of it. And I run, of course, 3 Destiny Draw. Amazing card, of course, in the deck. Every monster in here can go with it, and with Diamond Dude, it's just plus city. And here are the ban cards, like I was talking about: Graceful Charity and Pot of Greed. Almost everybody in the GX Saga ran both of these cards, so it's, in my opinion, it's balanced because all of us have it to play. And some people have more ban cards than others. Like my friend, he's running the Crowler deck. He has Confiscation along with his deck, so he's he's closer to being busted than the rest of us are. Traps, I got 2 D counters. This is my Sakuretsu armor of the deck. It, when a D hero is attacked, it destroys the monster. And as you see, Doom Lord is on there, and that's usually who I use it on. Draining Shield. Aster played this, I believe, in the season that wasn't aired in America, but he did actually play this card, and this card has come to help me out countless times. 2 Destiny Signals, my recruiting. When I get rid of my low monster, I usually bring out Defender with this, or I'll bring out Diamond Dude to, set up for next turn or whatever. And then we have 1 D Shield. I had it at 2, but after I played my Crowler friend, he, all my traps in the deck were just dead against him. So it just helped me realize that, you know, 1D shield is good enough, because if I don't go off against him, then he's got it, because all he has to do is open with a poly and a golem and 2 ancient gears, and like it's uphill from there. Um, and for the extra deck, it's just 3 Destiny End Dragoons. This guy's amazing once he comes out. You know, I usually flood up the grave with him before I bring him out. That way I have no troubles. Um, the biggest threat to this guy will probably be my friend Zane deck. He'll summon like Cyber Larva or something and play creature swap. And I'm just, you know, sitting stuck until I can bring out a second Destiny End. And it's just, it's so bad when I have to face my own monster, because he has one of the best field removal effects that can be played in GX. So that's the biggest threat. Like, I can get around, you know, other big monsters like Ojama King or Light and Darkness Dragon, or even, you know, Evil Heroes or whatever. But it's just when they take him from me, it's it hurts a lot, because I usually just let him go and bring him back with his own effect. But if I can't bring him back after I brought him out, then it slows the deck down a good bit. That's it for the Axel Aster Phoenix deck. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm gonna try and post up some videos of us dueling GX Saga, and I'll let you guys see how we roll. All right, guys, YGO out.